Hi and welcome back to the second video on this channel. My name is Caitlin and this channel is dedicated to my crochet and candle making business. So this video is going to be about the last market we were prepping for in the last video, just how it went, what I saw, the overall experience, and all about the market in general. So if you're interested, follow along and we will get into that while I finish hand making and pack and order. Before we went, we were all given the confirmation the day before of where we were going to be. So we were told we were in Jasper's barn, so one of the donkeys' barns, which then with that we thought, oh okay, so it's one stall holder per barn. But then when we got there was a lady, she was a really nice lady, but she was supposed to be outside of our barn, and then because she was selling like China stuff, she was worried the weather and other people might knock into her stuff, like kids running around might knock her table and then break some of her China stuff, so she ended up being in our barn with us. Really lovely lady. We were talking for a while, and then as time went on, more stall holders were showing up at our barn. So then we realised it was 5 stall holders in each barn, like roughly 5 in each barn. We had 5 in ours, including us, so possibly 6 actually, including us. So yeah, we figured it was going to be quite a few we were right next to, which in all fairness is fine because it was big enough for that, but it was a little bit, it did cramp it a little bit. But yeah, so firstly we had 5 people in our barn with us. All were lovely. We had a sweet little girl with her mum, I think it was, doing a stall opposite us, so that was nice. They bought of us, we bought of them. We love supporting other people. So to begin with, it was a really slow market and the weather wasn't great anyway. I think it was raining. So, and you know, like when you're at market and it's going slow and then the weather's bad, it puts you in a bad mood anyway. As much as you try to stay positive, you're going to be in a bad mood if it's a slow market and you're watching other people get sales and then it's raining on top of that and it's really cold. So that put us in a bad mood. My partner always comes with me to markets, bless him, and helps set up, etc., because there's a lot to set up and he just likes to come with me. And he was stocking up on hot chocolates. Of course I was buying him loads of hot chocolates to keep him warm. So it got to the halfway point and we were like, okay, loads of people are getting sales, all the market people around us are getting sales, why aren't we getting any sales? So we were really worried about that. And then about, I think it was halfway through, everything completely switched up and we started getting sales, and then the people around us weren't getting any and you could see they were getting fed up. One of them left early because she stopped getting sales and she was freezing cold. It was just like an older lady on her own, bless her. But yeah, then we started getting sales halfway through and I will now edit in like what we sold as I go through them. So 2 ladies came first. I'm guessing it was a daughter and a mum. It was like a middle-aged woman and an older lady, and they bought, one of them bought a froggy keychain and one of them bought a little star keychain with a face, and they were really lovely people. They were talking to me about how they're never going to lose their keys. They bet I never lose my keys with all the keychains that I make, etc., and that was just really lovely of them. So, and then after that, a little girl and dad came and they bought, well, the dad picked up 2 of my pumpkins and let the little girl choose which one she wanted, which was the sweetest experience. And that's another reason I love these markets, because it's literally just the sweetest experience ever doing them. You get to see you get so many sweet interactions with people, and it just makes you realise that people are lovely. Like, some people are so lovely. And I also love that there's people out there that love my stuff and will take home and love my creations. Carrying on from last night about what sold, etc. After the dad and the little girl came this older family, and you could tell it was like a granddad, a dad, a grandma, a mum, a dad, and then I think their kids as well, but they were all adults. They were all adults, but it was like a large family of people. So I can't remember if they bought my large pumpkin plushie or they bought multiple keychains, but either way I will show what I think it was they bought some of. And then so I was quite happy about that because they bought a couple things. And then after that they came back, they asked how much my turtles were, they went off again, and then they came back 5-10 minutes later and bought one of my turtles as well. And considering they already bought a couple of things, and if you crochet and sell like turtles, you know that turtles they're not like really expensive, but they're not cheap either. So that just made me incredibly happy and made up for the first half of the market, and I was just so happy about that. The little girl opposite us then came and bought my frog plushie. She was saying the whole market that she was going to get something because she loved all the stuff anyway, and it was just really sweet of her, but I didn't think she would because she had to obviously run it by her mum first, and her mum was doing the stall with her. So yeah, I wasn't actually sure if she was going to, but I then got something off their stall at the end because of the markets, because they had a lot of lovely stuff they were selling. I didn't get a business card, so I'm not really sure what it was called, but it was like soaps and shower bombs and bath bombs and stuff like that, and I obviously absolutely love all of that stuff. Like, I love bath bombs and I love soaps. So I bought a soap off them, and then she came after, and when she got the plushie she was like, make sure my mum doesn't see, can you pack it so my mum doesn't see please, because it's a present for her for Mother's Day, I think it was. So that was even more wholesome and sweet of her. That just shows, like, if you are doing a market and it starts off like it's horrible weather, if you aren't getting many sales, if you're watching other people get sales and it's putting you down, don't leave, stick it out, and like just try and enjoy the experience. Like, that's what we did. I was buying my partner hot chocolates, we kept going off to see the donkeys, so, and he went to the gift shop at one point. So like, just stick it out, stay there, enjoy the place, because you don't know, it might switch up halfway through. You might watch yourself getting loads of sales and no one else. So just stick it out and wait, because that's what we did, and it turned into one of the best markets we've done. So yeah, that's just a little reminder that don't just give up halfway through. So yeah, that's how the selling went and what we sold, etc. So moving on to the whole experience of the place in general. If you are in Cornwall, because that's where we're based, I really suggest that you check out the Donkey Sanctuary in Penryn, because it is just a lovely place. It's a lovely experience, everyone there is lovely, and it's just a really nice place to be. They look after and take in all donkeys that have been abandoned or neglected or abused, and they look after them and obviously, you know, treat them well, and just keep them in their sanctuary to have like a happy rest of their life. We're probably going to end up doing their Christmas market as well, because they have Christmas markets, and we wanted to do it last year, but by the time that we called up and tried to get an application form, they were fully booked. So I can imagine that it's a big one, and it's quite a good one to do for markets, so I will be doing that this year. I think it's in November, so I'll be doing that. And then yeah, just come along if you want to see that. I will be doing market vlogs if you're interested in that in the future, and yeah, hopefully that will be fun and interesting to watch. So that was the overall experience of the market. I hope that that was fun to listen to, or that was interesting to listen to. I have crocheted both my ears. I'm currently crocheting a raccoon and trying to finish a raccoon order. It was a custom order for someone in America. If you want to carry on watching I've done the ears. If you want to carry on watching, I will go through that. I will just be packing the order and showing my candles for the next market, or the candles that will be for sale. If you want to order anything, then like any of the candles, then just email the email in the description and I will reply and get that sent out to you and packaged up, etc. So yeah, the rest of this video is just going to be me finishing this little raccoon and boxing up the candles that I have done, because they're all currently just like on a table, so I really need to, I've got a box now for them, so I need to put them in like their storage box now. So just come along and watch me do that if you're interested in that. Finished the raccoon. Basically, I have this box here from Amazon that I got from like one of my past parcels. So basically I'm going to be storing my candles in this, not to like obviously send them off because it's not like my box or anything, but it's like an Amazon's box obviously, so I won't be sending that off. Anything off in it is just to store the candles that I have got, so they're not all over the place and it's easier to transport them to my markets. So I'm just going to slide them in here. It's a pretty big box, so it will fit like all of them hopefully. So let's get into fact number one about me is I am 21 years old and my birthday is on the 21st of December. So there's two facts in one for you guys. And what I might do is like do a fact then candle sort of thing. But this is the first candle, not the first one I made, but one of the recent ones I've made, and I absolutely love it. It's like it was supposed to be a darker purple, like how the bottom is. It was supposed to be that sort of purple, but it turned out this light purple around the outside, but it smells so good. I absolutely love the smell of that. I think it's jasmine and rose. A fact alongside that peachy candle is I have been with my partner for 5 years, but we've known each other and been close since I was 13. So yeah, I just thought that would be interesting, considering he comes to all my markets with me. I feel like he should get a mention. So yeah, like first love or whatever you want to call it, so that's pretty cool. And now we live together. The next one that I did was one of the first ones that I ever made, and it's this like marbly white and orange raspberry and blueberry candle, and it's a sweet orange scent. So I was quite in love with that one as well. It smells really strong, and it's just, I love that I can make any scented candle, any colour candle I want, and put reasonably in reason like any type of silicone wax thing on top of it. It just makes it your own. You can do whatever you want with like candles. And another fact is, as you guys know, this business was started in inspiration from our dog, and in inspiration of like how just we don't deserve animals, and like animals that serve a purpose to us, like ESA dogs. Like our dog is now my partner's ESA dog, so he has done an extreme amount for us, like in the long run, with my partner's mental health. So we just feel like we wanted to give back to him, and in support of all dogs like that and all animals like that. So our dog is actually 3 years old, and he is a Schnauzer cross greyhound. So he's basically a really fluffy greyhound with a beard and like sideburns, like he's got really long fur on each side of his neck. So this is the last sort of Yankee candle one that we have, and it's the same as the other one. Like I said, it's the one in the last video I said was the exact same as that one, just a smaller version, but it's not got like the white around it. It's just pure orange, and it's not got blue rim either. It's just literally orange, bright orange all the way around, and it's only got a couple little raspberries and blueberries in, but again, it smells amazing. It smells like pure orange, like sweet orange, so very happy with that. So that's all the Yankee Candle style ones that I've got that I'm going to be selling at markets. And another fact is, as you guys know, this business was started in inspiration from our dog, and in inspiration of like how just we don't deserve animals, and like animals that serve a purpose to us, like ESA dogs. Like our dog is now my partner's ESA dog, so he has done an extreme amount for us, like in the long run, with my partner's mental health. So we just feel like we wanted to give back to him, and in support of all dogs like that and all animals like that. So our dog is actually 3 years old, and he is a Schnauzer cross greyhound. So he's basically a really fluffy greyhound with a beard and like sideburns, like he's got really long fur on each side of his neck. So yeah, that's another fact about me, or us. So the next two, I'll do two this time because yeah, they're the same essentially. These two peachy red, or like light red sort of colours, and oh my god, they smell amazing. I believe they're both jasmine scent. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're both jasmine. The fact to go along with those is I have been crocheting for about a year and a half now, and I got into it because my partner started knitting, tried to teach me how to knit. I had no idea what I was doing, so I then researched a bit about crochet found out what crochet was, and then researched about crochet and realised I could literally make anything I wanted if I sort of stuck to that. Still can't knit to save my life, but I can crochet pretty much anything now, so yeah. And I've been doing it for about a year and a half, all thanks to my partner. This is the last big one I have, and it is this. I need to cut the wick a little bit more, but it's this peppermint scent ice cream raspberry one, and it is so cute. It's got these little stands on the bottom, and yeah, it's just really cute, and it smells really nice. I love the smell of it. I know peppermint's not for everyone, but I didn't think it was for me at first either, but it since after like it developing and stuff, I can't get over how good it smells. And I actually have bubble wrap for this one to protect it, because I'm worried it's going to get ruined if it doesn't have a case on. Same with the other ones. I'm just gonna wrap them up outside of it. And another fact for those, I have one brother and one sister. Both are older. My brother is older by 6 years and my sister's older by 8 years, so I am the youngest in my family. So the order was for a raccoon and a possum, but it was cut for like a custom raccoon and possum, not from what I already had in stock. So they wanted medium size for both of them, so I did the medium to large. So I'm hoping they'll both fit in an envelope like this. But yeah, let's try it anyway. So going on to facts about me. Firstly, to crochet, the raccoon and the possum didn't fit in one bag, so they're gonna fit in. It's gonna be one each. So going on to more facts about me. I did get a extended diploma in health and social care in college, and from that I wanted to go on to do counselling of either bereavement or just any type of mental health counselling or therapy. Even being an assistant in it would have worked. I would have loved to do anything like that. So, but then when I finished college, I realised that, right, that is one done. Now the second one, but when I finished that I realised that basically I couldn't go to uni because some things came up, so I couldn't go. It would have just been a lot at the time, so I didn't want to pursue that. So yeah. Well, I wanted to pursue it, but it would have been a lot at the time to pursue. So instead, I went on to do after college, I briefly did work as a support worker for a while, but it was for one girl. It wasn't for, like, it wasn't in a certain sector. It was, I don't know how to, it was like an independent job sort of thing, and I worked with her because it was a girl with cerebral palsy and a lot of mental health issues, so I supported her for a while. Anything she needed, I was there. I was like an on-call support worker for her. I'm adding the like free little tea lights and business cards in with the items, because otherwise I'm worried it's going to fall out the box, because going to America from the UK is a long trek and I don't want anything to fall out or be broken, etc. Basically I worked as an on-call support worker for a bit, and then I went from that. Basically the girl she went into hospital, and this was years ago by the way. She went into hospital, so that job stopped quite briefly. And then after that, basically I became a PA, so a personal assistant support worker, for just a travel one though, for kids or young adults going to schools and colleges and stuff like that, but lived in their own accommodation because they're young adults, but it was with learning difficulties, so it was different from the mental health sector that I was and physical health sector that I was in, if that makes sense. So yeah, again, that was just a short job that stopped briefly as well. And then after that I worked in the hospital. That was my last job, and I actually did really love what I did. I worked with cancer patients and like cancer surgery patients and patients with bowel issues. So I was in that for a while, I think a year and a half, and I really, or 2 years maybe, and I really loved that. But then some health issues cropped up. I had to stop that briefly because my health deteriorated quite bad, and I'm now dealing with some health issues that have just become more known. I've always known I've had some sort of health issue, but now recently it's become more apparent that it is something that is quite it is something that will affect me if I push myself too far, etc. So I had to come out of the hospital, and that's what I'm dealing with at the moment. But I am trying to pursue my dream of being a crochet artist and my crochet business, just because it is something that I want to pursue. It is something that I really want to grow and focus on, and I want something I can be proud of, that I've started myself, that other people will look at me and go, wow, you've came from nothing to something big all on your own, and like obviously with your partner's support, but like yeah, that's what I want to do. That is my dream. So there we go. And these are our business cards. I'm quite happy with them. That's the other side. So yeah, I think these are cute. These are like my favourite thing. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I hope you learned a bit more about me, and I hope it wasn't too boring for you. I will show you the box and then I will end the video. Just remember that the tea lights and business cards, and also I put a free little sunflower keychain in, because I always like to put a crochet freebie in with each order, with every order, no matter how big, how small that order is. I always like to put something crochet small in as a freebie. So that's all in the blue package envelope, so you'll see that in a second. But I hope you have a great rest of your morning, midday, evening, night, whatever time it is for you,